All right, everyone, welcome to Extreme Sim TV and the Southern Street Stocks ready to go here tonight with the Southern Outlaws. And I've done fucked up the intro already, but it is going to be a good one. We are ready to go. It's Matt and Mike in the booth. Well, you got the dynamic duo. Man, this is going to be a good one here tonight. We're going to have some fun. 31 Street Stocks with the dynamic duo here tonight. Let's get ready to have some fun here this evening. Mr. Mettler, how are you?
Matt, my name is Matt, by the way, not Mike. You said it was Mike, but hey, if you want me to be your Mike, Mary, whatever it is, whatever makes it work for you, just let me know. If you want me to go put a dress on with a little bow hat, that's okay too. Or you can just go back to calling me pterodactyl if that fits as well. But tonight we're going all out, old school style, right here in the heart of NASCAR country, North Wilkesboro, the place. And you said the boys on the racetrack, the one and only Southern Outlaws in prime time to do battle right here on Extreme Sim TV. That track tip, it's a little on the spicy side. In fact, iRacing had question marks all the way across telemetry. I have never seen that. Is that an omen of things to come? We shall find out. 91 degrees, beautiful air ambient temperature, and we are going all the way tonight, Matt, as we've already rolled over into qualifying. Sean Moore out there on the racetrack logging his lap, or the 61, excuse me, logging his first of 2 laps right now.
Yes, sir, he is. I'll tell you what, they wanted the dynamic duo, but I'm not exactly sure they knew what they were signing up for here. Let's see if Moore can get it done here. Beautiful looking Chevrolet, good winch machine. It is throwback paint here tonight, and that is the Kevin Harvick car. Well, here we go with throwbacks. We always love when we get to do throwbacks, Mr. Mettler.
Yeah, you know what? Throwbacks are one of my favorite themed events, whether if you see a lot of it in the officials, but I love it in the league racing because a lot of time that throwback scheme really meshes very well with the driver, as well as you get to see some great looking paint schemes out there in prime time on the racetrack. All around, it's a win for you and I each and every time, bud.
Yes, sir. It is going to be a win across the board here tonight from North Wilkesboro, NASCAR country. And right now it's Travis, top of the board in the old school 24. Now, Ollie going to jump up there tonight and does a great job getting top of the board. Ollie to the top.
Yeah, Ollie to the top of the board. And just as the 9 ride out there having some problems on the racetrack, he spun, hit the outer retaining wall, a little self-inflicted concrete poisoning. But how about Dylan Ritchie, Matt? Goes a 20:06, new fastest lap, and he almost busted a 19-second lap time.
Hey, somebody get a hold of SpaceX and see if they've got a rocket engine missing, because I think it's in Dylan's car. Oh, Elon might be missing something over there. Of course, that wouldn't be the first time now, would it?
No, that's a normal night for us. Usually, if you're not missing 1 or 2 things, something's wrong.
Your head, your insanity, you know.
You sitting upright in the chair.
The chair falling over. You know, anything that could happen here.
Anything and anything can happen, especially when you and I are at in the broadcast booth together. Parker Waldron in that 23 ride just clocked in 4th place in qualifying, came in at a 2016. And Matt, look how close the top 4 or 5 are stacked in this field right now. In some cases, less than 100th of a second separating their times on the board.
Yes, sir. Stacked, erect, and ready to go. And you know, one thing we do know here tonight, you know what that is? Our great partners out of Gamers Do Sports, as well, thinking of Gamers Do Sports, our wonderful partner. The only thing we do know going into tonight, great partnership between Southern Outlaws and Gamers Do Sports. How was that?
Yeah,
how was that for a transition?
That was a great transition. I thought you first said Gamers Do Dallas. I got a little worried.
Gamers Do Dallas. Well, that might be a thing too, but top of the board, it's the Hack Man. Brian Hacker back out front, 20.054. out front, 1/1000 in front of old Dylan Ritchie there. Ritchie going to have to pick up something in the race to get by Hacker. We know you've called races with Hacker. I've called races with Hacker. No matter where we go, that man's fast.
Yeah, Hacker is no slacker out there on the racetrack. In fact, he is quite the opposite. He's so poised, a veteran race car driver. He's like the Iceman. He never crumples under pressure. And if you're going to beat him, you are going to have to be perfect, Matt.
Yes, you are. Are you ready to get this insanity underway?
I'm ready to hear these glorious V8s fire up. Let's get the octane flowing through these fire-breathing V8 engines, and let's send it here in showtime.
Let's go get some NOS energy drink. No partnership with NOS. And let's get ready to send this thing. Do what?
You want me to open another NOS energy drink?
Yes. Open another one, send it to me.
Okay, because I hope, do you have Dunkin' Donuts coffee tonight?
Yes, I do have some Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you better strap yourselves in right now. It's about to get rowdy.
I actually have Dunkin' Donuts mixed with liquor, so this is going to be great.
The last time he had dark roast from Dunkin' Donuts in another race broadcast we did, I was having to scrape my face off the floor. So I'm going to get that ready as well.
Get the crane ready to lift me up out of the floor because we're going heat racing here tonight. And how many have we got in heat number one? Let's take a look. 13 wonderful race cars ready to go for heat number one. 20 laps for a heat race here tonight. And that is relatively long for a heat there, Mr. Pterodactyl. So they do have a little bit of time to work through here tonight with a little bit longer heat.
Well, 20 laps, you're right. That's going to give these drivers a little bit more time. But on the other side, does that get the octane turned a little too high out there on the racetrack? Well, time will tell, as this field is now racked and stacked behind that iRacing.com pace truck. Ian Davis, 69 time himself. He's going to have the pole. And sitting on the outside, this guy is hard to pass, and that is the one and only Joey Foote, Matt.
The hard to pass Joey Foote and Adam hosting there, as well as Jay Miller, Justin Colson, Tyler back there as well, Nick Biddy, Ryan Ellis, Tyler Akers, Joe in the mix and 10th, Phil Ellis Singer, James Pulaski, and AJ, your last remaining car, ready to go for heat number one.
That's right. 13 drivers going to go out here and just start to break this racetrack in. Again, this is what I really call the heart of NASCAR country, North Wilkesboro Speedway, Matt. This was on the schedule up until 1996. It got booted for Texas. We all know about the evolution with Texas. Some love it, some cannot stand it, and some never want to see it again on the NASCAR circuit. But the irony of that, where did the racing come back to from the All-Star race? Right here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, is I believe these drivers getting their race brief now from race control as we prepare to roll off here.
You talked about right in your speech there, breaking in the racetrack. I hate to say it, but this old lady's been broken in for about 30 years now. She's broke in real good. We're going to go at it. Great racing. Should be a ton of fun. I broke him. I broke him.
I was talking about tonight.
Ready to go. It's going to be Davis, Joe, and Adam. And we are ready to rock and roll. The lights are off.
Well, they better be. So we wait that iRacing.com pace truck to pull down pit road. Is Ian Davis going to have the button here? It looks like we're going to come around again. 2 parade laps, Matt.
2 parade laps, and what am I hearing in my ear? I'm hearing tornado siren smokes. We're about to be faster than a tornado ripping through a trailer park here tonight in North Wilkesboro. We
Somebody
are ready.
Laverne and Shirley.
Somebody let everybody know. This weekend, Friday, Twisters hits movie theaters. tonight we get to see our own version at North Wilkesboro. The street stocks ready to roar. I hear the thunder. Let's see the rumble. Here we go out of turn number 4.
Green flag in the air, and these glorious V8s come to life here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Joey Foote in the 35 rod's going to get a great launch on the outside, and he's going to clear for position, and we already got cars mowing the grass.
We got the lawn care service back here down the back straightaway, 2 cars around. Let's take a look here who mowed the lawn and who cut the grass here in North Wilkesboro. It was a start not so great, and we'll see what happens. Looks like it may have been Akers Lawn Care Service back here with old Tyler Akers. Goes into the bottom, gets pinched down. He's like, here, I'll cut the lawn. Then he gets off of it. 2 more going to take their lawnmowers across and side by side and sliding back on the racetrack.
You know, luckily for them, Matt, that could have been a heck of a lot worse. You know, nothing really protruding out of the grass, no light fixtures or some of the other obstacles we see at speedways of this side. But, you know, just probably nerves, a little dicey. The anticipation obviously high, especially at the start of the race. So hopefully we get these jitters out of our system. The 000 of Akers, though, did suffer some moderate damage, it looks like, to the front of that race car, but it still looks to be pointed in the right direction. Hopefully, Akers still going to be able to compete here as he is being shown in that 11th place position. And folks at home, just because you're in it doesn't mean you transfer. You have to be inside the transfer spot if you want to make it out of the next round.
Yeah, that is the fact. Well, one thing we know now, Akers, if this doesn't work out, he's always got a different business to fall back on with Akers Lawn Care Service.
It's got a nice ring to it. It works.
It does work. 2x2 down the back here. Lights looking to go back off on the iRacing pace truck here. Caution laps do count in these heats as well. So we're going to burn off some laps here. That's unfortunate for some of these guys, buddy. We're burning the laps down here already.
Yeah, because some of these guys that are further in the back, you know, for example, Nick Biddy, who sits in that 8th place position, David in the 6th, the Joe version, he's in 9th, Philip Ellis Sr. These are all guys that need those ever precious laps to climb their way up the scoring pylon. However, I don't think that the caution flag laps count here, or I could be wrong, Matt.
They're counting down for me. We will see. I am trying to figure that out myself because I thought they didn't count allegedly, but we will see. What do we know? We're just broadcasters.
We're just up here, bunch of
ding-dongs.
You know what's up here, trying to talk about, describe what we see on the racetrack and make it exciting, right?
Well, describe what we see on the racetrack and make everybody laugh. That's our goal. Or my main goal is to break Mr. Pterodactyl over here. And I've done that successfully once.
You already broke the beak once there, buddy.
All right, ready to go 2x2. Stack them up like Krispy Kreme donuts down the back straightaway, and we'll be ready to go yet again. It's Miller, it's Davis, Holston, Ellis, Justin Colson, and Tyler. Out of turn number 4, we're ready to get the V8s to rumble again. We're back underway. 15 to go in heat number 1. Will we have a better turn 1 this time, Matt?
Well, you're about to find out. Everyone clean thus far. Almost 3 wide on back of the 35 of Joey Foote. They're going to shrink it down to 2 side by side. Noah's Ark situation is now Jay Miller. It's Miller time at the point, and Joey Foote are now 1-2. First side by side battle is going to be between Colston and Holston. Say those 2 names back together fast.
Colson and Holston 2x2. I pulled it off, but they're still side by side as they exit turn 2. Down the back straightaway here. Nobody going to give an inch, and we got a battle for the race lead. Miller up top. Here comes Foote back to the bottom. It's a drag race to the start-finish line.
Foote puts his hammer in it all the way down to the floorboards. And Miller with the thriller on the high side of the racetrack, but the 35 gets loose. He goes into the grass. They play pinball, and he goes and invents his own version of lawn care service.
Not good, and yellows out, and Foote is going to be setting back here like Fred Flintstone trying to run on the ground to get that car to roll.
You know, Matt, my stomach is in my chest right now. I hate that for Foot and those guys up front. That was such a great battle. And, that was unintentional. That was just great racing. He got a little loose there on the bottom. I'm sure the extreme replay will show that. And then he caught a piece of the grass, and that just shot him up in the racetrack, gave him one heck of a door bang, and then it went down to plowboy mode.
Door bang city, door bang city. And you'll take a look right here to what Matt's talking about. Into the corner, got the grass, and it's going to sling him right back up the hill just that fast. A little bit of contact with the old Hardee's machine on the outside. Went to get him a McBacon and griddle and got into the inside wall.
Yeah, that McGriddle bacon was extra crispy. A little too spicy on that one.
And if I mess up their menu and my wife comes home and hears this, I'm going to be murdered. Just for record.
Do you have your life alert on?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just remember, just press the button and somebody will come for help.
Right. Oh, before the night's over, I might need the fire department to come get me out of my chair. Oh.
Well, we can just get you both. We can get you life and fire alert.
There we go. That'll work too, right?
However, that would look a little strange with 3 emergency buttons around your neck, but
hey, whatever works.
And whatever keeps you safe at night, right?
10-4. Exactly. Colson and Holston. Man, we're going to have to, this is going to confuse us all night. Colson and Holston out front, leading the party here.
Yeah, the first time I seen that duo together, and they're like magnets. They seem like they always attract to one another. I thought my eyes were playing games with me.
It's not playing. It's not
Go
playing.
ahead.
Your eyes ain't playing games, and you're not seeing things.
Well, let's see if Colston and Holston can have better success putting on a heck of a show for the battle, for the lead of this thing. Because my God, was that last installment good? Here we go. Green flag back in the air. He mats it through the floorboards as we climb up through the gearbox one more time. 3 wide in the back. Can you not tell me these boys are not fighting everything they got for a transfer spot, Matt?
And that was Jay Miller, the car that was just involved in the accident. That Hardee's machine went to the top, made it work, contact with the Skull Bandit. Both of them going to slip and slide off the floor.
Miller is on a recovery drive of the century. I mean, he is literally bobbing, weaving like Moses parting the Red Sea out there as he's now going through a John 4 special into the 3-4 complex. He is side by side with the 5 of Tyler Suntag, excuse me. Almost gives him the bump and run into the business into 1. He is driving the Hoosiers right off of that Hardee's machine. Oh, he's going to turn him.
Oh, and there they go. Well, crap. Well, that didn't work out.
The 5 ride just blew his Popeye's biscuits on that one.
Yeah, for sure. And the Hardee's machine not looking great itself. Man.
A little bit of an innocent bystander there. And don't get me wrong, Matt. I love the willingness to take chances and risks out there on the racetrack. I mean, plus he's driving a Thunderbird. Just seeing that car out there, just from looking at it, it gives me the feeling that, hey, this guy means business, and he is certainly risking it all to put this car in a podium position. Sometimes it's easy to go overboard, though, especially when your adrenaline is pumping through the veins, as it probably is right now for Jay Miller and some of these other guys. But, for these drivers on the racetrack, some of them, well, they're madder than a Cleveland elf that got demoted to Fudge Packer because they got caught up in someone else's mess. But hey, this is short track racing at its finest. And this is what I love about these qualifying races. You don't have a lot of time, and it's either now or never, and you're seeing that intensity out there on the racetrack.
You know what I love about qualifying races, buddy? You know what I love? Sitting back, watching the intense action, having a good old Winston and downing some Dunkin' Donuts. Life's not any better than that. Hashtag
Well, thank you for Thank you for sharing. He's got.
Hashtag.
Not only does he have every type of coffee Dunkin' Donuts makes at his disposal, he also has a Winston.
Yes. Extreme
And I'm stuck over here with Camo Wides.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, fair enough. No, honey, not your wide, Camel Wide. I'm in trouble. I can.
Adam.
Pardon me 1 second. I was talking about the camel, not you.
Here we go. Coming to green.
Oh, I'm dead.
2 to go. Here we go. Out of third four. 2 laps to go. Coming to green side by side. Colson and Holston leads this thing. 2 laps.
Colston and Holston. Sorry, go ahead, buddy. I'm trying to dodge a frying pan.
Oh, nice job. And they're 2 laps behind them as well.
2 by 2 behind him. Ian Davis and Biddy are getting down to business. It's the 2 on 32 action. This is going right out behind the 8 big time power slide out of the 2 machine. I believe that's being piloted by.
Sorry, they're big trouble.
Oh!
White flag is in the air. We'll go back to that in a moment, but a hard hit into 1. Colson's going to lead Holston, but what in the world happened down into turn 1? Checkered flag flies. It's Colston and Holston 1 and 2.
It's the Colston and Holston show in qualifying race number 1, but somebody went head on into the fence like a javelin. I did not. Go ahead.
That was Miller, our old Hardy's car.
Well, he went out with a bang.
Wow.
That is just. I didn't want to say Miller, but I knew he was in that area of the racetrack, and I happened to catch that just out of the corner of my eye as it was a 3-for-all right into the fence, and it looked like it was going to be a hard hit.
But
sometimes that. Go ahead, Matt.
We have moved to warm up. I have this funny feeling that we're taking pretty much everybody.
Oh, boy. Are we live?
Yes, we are. This is going to be good. Folks, I'm going to go to commercial break and get ready for this. So is the co-host.
I'm going to get ready, too. I got to go calm the wife down.
the co-host already got a frying pan thrown at him. We'll be back.
Yeah, and I also can't figure out where I'm supposed to put these fucking logos again.
Race fans, welcome back to Extreme Sim TV. Right here in prime time as we are in the heat of a barn burner from what place? The one and only North Wilkesboro Speedway. Is we just witnessed an absolute masterpiece there for the opening heat race. What will our second have in store for us here? Lord only knows, folks. Place your bets now. I want to thank everyone for joining us along for the ride tonight here, live with us in the YouTube chat, as this field gets racked, stacked once again to ready to rock and roll here. Excuse me, for the feature. And we have a loaded field for you guys tonight. 25 cars are going to be all out ripping full set around this 0.63 mile facility. This field's going to start to roll off now as the man you have to watch, Garrett Thompson, in the 51 is going to be on the pole tonight. Alex Marini is going to start P2. Anthony Williams in that third place position. Phil Ellis Jr. is going to be in fourth. Rounding out the top five is Kyle Murtak. 6, Cole Witt, Parker Waldron, Travis Holfer, Brian Hacker, and Jose Forsaca rounds out the top 10. Kyle Case, Dylan Ritchie, Jesse Newsom, Carter Brown, and Christopher Benning. That's your top 15. 16th is going to be Nick R. Nerney. Sean Moore, 17th. 18th belongs to Scott Austin. Rolling off 19th, that's going to be Jamie Akers. I apologize. The order here is shuffling. Running out your top 20, Nick Biddy. 21st is Jamie Akers. 22nd, Justin Collison. Ian Davis, Ryan Ellis. Round out the 24 cars that are going to take the green flag here this evening, as it looks like Mason Cassidy was going to be the 25th starter. However, he has put it pit side, Matt.
Update from pit road really quick. I passed him. He is at the hot dog stand currently, grabbing him a world famous hot dog, so he's going to miss the start. And we're double file into 1 and 2. It is a calamity down here in 1 and 2. It looks like there's nowhere to go and not time to get there.
There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. It is double fisting chili dogs at the front of this thing. It's 2x2 behind the leader, Matt, and look who it is. He's got some hellish. It's Phil Ellis Jr. in the 29 ride. He's got that card working really good on the bottom as he now sights in on the back of Garrett Thompson as it's a 2x2 fair right behind him.
I don't know what you're talking about. We got them 3 wide back here in the back of the pack, homie. They're 3 abreast going down Trailer Park Avenue. Continue with the lead. Thompson, Phil.
Oh, we got problems. We got problems coming down the RV park backstretch. Is that 30 car being piloted by Jamie Akers was every which way with straight. I have no idea how he saved this thing, Matt. Absolutely incredible. And your one-liners are on point tonight, by the way. Bravo. Round of applause.
Man, he was so sideways, I thought he was going to my name is Earl's wife's house or something. Because he was completely jacked up as they continue to roll.
I'd have no idea how he got that Monte Carlo straightened back out. In fact, he is literally welded to the back of Holston. I don't know if they got some former beef out there on the racetrack, but they're certainly driving each other like it. Look at him just send it in there. Well, he's going to drift it off the corner. That is full-blown tire abuse at its finest.
Man, if we got some welders in the chat, go ahead and TIG weld that thing as we got them sideways, and it's a cluster down the back. They did not make it.
It's a hot dumpster fire down the back straightaway, as you knew that fuse was going to be lit, and it got lit, and it went off in a big way. Multiple cars got yeeted, and in fact, it was a full-blown traffic jam there for a minute, Matt.
Yes, sir. Too much yeet party down the back. That'll bring the caution out. They yeet just a little much, and that caused the problem.
I still can't get over Your call on the backstretch. I might have to take that one and borrow it. That was pretty good.
Exactly. See, they asked for this team. We give it to them. We'll see what they think of it, because I don't think they expected all this. But, that's what we do here. We please.
Well, hey, if they ask for us, I consider that, an honor. And anytime I get to join you up in the booth, it's always a good time. And when you have drivers on the racetrack that are willing to sacrifice everything in the sim racing realm, it makes it that much, I don't want to say better, but that much of an honor, to be up here as we're under pacing conditions. Once again, yellow flag reigns supreme. Is that 20? Looks awful spicy. Actually, the 20 in SDK, however, it's being shown as the 56 out there on the racetrack. Looks like he may have the car to beat here in the early going. But Phil Ellis Jr., is going to give it everything he's got to try to get around to Matt.
Yes, he is. He's going to send it like we're going into the world-famous gladiator realm over in Rome. The last Greek Colosseum. Well, guess what? It's here tonight at North Wilkesboro. These gladiators doing warfare. And we don't have even a king or a queen sitting up top doing the finger thing. Maybe we should get one of those. I know exactly.
You mean like...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I know exactly who we could get, too.
I know. I got a perfect idea.
Yes. All foot the head.
Yeah. We need a Kendall Paul bobblehead.
Exactly. Or we could just get your wife to start throwing frying pans at them.
No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Lights are off, ready to go. Coming to green, 11 on the board. Let's get back at it in North Wilkesboro. 2x2, Geronimo into 1. Where we stop? Go ahead.
Where do we stop? Nobody knows. Here comes Ellis Jr. He's taking it to the outside. In fact, he may have scuffed the wall. He was carrying so much business into the corner. But that 56 of Alex, he is really carrying the momentum, eating hard on the inside. Watch the way this Monte Carlo turns all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. That car is almost on the verge of being out of control. And the pace is showing. Last time by... he just ran a 20:53 to Ellis Jr.'s 20:65. So clearly the 56 is quicker right now here in the early going.
Yes, he is right now pulling away little by little by little. Kyle up here stuck on the top side, can't get down. That's for 7th. Josh Cole there to 3rd. It is a party parade up front. There's the 9. Oh my goodness, it's a party. Ollie trying to do a kick flip here up into 7th. Can he get there? No, he can't. 2x2 up in front of him as well.
2x2 up in front of him. Full-blown Noah's Ark situation. And we have that 26 machine. I believe it is the 26 that's being piloted by Travis. I hope I say this right. Holfler. He's trying to split up that Noah's Ark situation, and he keeps creeping into the picture. Is, I believe, caution now out on the racetrack. Gonna have to slow things down once again, as we had a driver removed from the server.
Rip somebody.
Go ahead.
Jamie Akers. Oh, maybe somebody had too much fun in the trailer park here. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, down Trailer Park Alley, and it become a problem. And they mowed the grass too while they were at it.
Well, hey, at least they gave back a little bit before their grand exit.
Well, there you go. At least the landlord will be happy. They mowed the trailer park grounds.
And what's funny? I rarely have that box popped up, but I just happened to see that he was removed from the server. That's probably not going to be a fun conversation after this is done in the hauler. But sometimes, Matt, as we said at the top of the broadcast, that's racing.
That's racing. And if you want to have fun, boys and girls in chat, I would advise you to bring your popcorn to the hauler after the race.
Yeah, I got Grandma sitting next to me. She's got her 5-point harness. She is buckled up. Pull those belts tight one more time before we drop the green flag, in the words of DW. And she is double fisting over here with the Popeyes chicken. She is just going to town, loving this racing action. You know she's having a good time. Well, folks, if you're at home having a good time, make sure you smash the like button, ring the bell. Come home to 6 nights of high-octane, high-flying racing action right here on Extreme Sim TV, the place you can always call home.
I guess tonight I'm not going ghost. So, not going ghost tonight.
You're not going ghost tonight.
Dylan out front, continuing to lead. Inside jokes abound.
I did say Extreme Sim TV.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Now you got me second. You got me second guessing myself.
Oh, it's fun when I can get that to happen. Oh,
yeah, I remember the last time that happened.
Right. Lights will get ready to go off, and we're back underway here at North Wilkesboro, folks. Back up.
Green flag back in the air once again, and these drivers absolutely let these V8s reign throughout the evening here in North Carolina. Side by side, drag racing down the backstretch as both these drivers are full tilt into the 3-4 complex. Chevrolet on Chevrolet action. Look at the run. The 26 gets on the high side. I thought for sure Richie, who that car has been so dominant on the bottom, and oh no, we have to pump the brakes again.
Oh no, SpaghettiOs. We'll see what happened.
Well, maybe if you have some of the ones with meatballs.
Somebody slipped on a meatball. Oh, let's see. Oh, whoa, Budweiser. Oh, Budweiser gets turned the 8 around. Not the 8 car, not the Budweiser car. That's a travesty in the trailer park.
Well, the 8 car is being driven by Adam Holston.
Well, there's another 8 back here. It's actually the 23, but technically 8.
Thank you.
Yes, it's complicated.
Oh, you're talking about the DEI throwback Budweiser car. Okay.
Yeah. CD, oh, well, we beat up around he goes. And problems.
Yeah, the front of that car has got what I like to call pug face, where the whole front of that bumper cover is just kicked in the front. So clearly, he got into something out there on the racetrack that just knocked the front end of that car a little out of shape. He brings it down to pit road. He's going to have a quick stop there. And gets a new race car, uses that fast repair. Is it too soon to deploy the fast repair, do you think, Matt?
Most definitely. Way too soon for fast repair. But I will say this. His nose of that race car kind of looked like your nose is going to look like when you talk to your wife later.
We're good now.
Oh, so you're not.
See, here's the beauty of broadcasting on YouTube. You know that little bit of a delay that you get?
Yeah.
Well, the delay saved me because as she was queuing it up on her phone, she heard me say Camel wide. So luckily for me, the latency, the delay saved me this time.
If I don't get you in trouble in the process before the end of this, though, that's the thing.
You know, I always told her, if you think it's so easy, you put this headset on, you come up here and give it a shot. But then I realized we'd probably have so many types of violations within 30 seconds, I'd probably never be able to do this again. So I quickly pull the headset back.
You know, Extreme Sim TV is pretty loose with what our standards and practices are. I don't know if I condone that one.
Well, I don't even want to give her the opportunity. As much as I think it would be funny to watch her try and do this, I don't want to take the risk as that green flag is back in the air once again. Richie's got the goods in the bags, and he is going to send it back into 1 and 2. Look at how that car is just able to dominate the inside line on that racetrack. That is absolutely remarkable because you know these Hoosier tires here have to be heated up, especially with the way these guys are driving. Matt, I only have my tire noises set to about 20%, and I swear that's the only thing I hear is we got Western Auto big time problems coming off of turn 4.
Oh,
How did he save that race car?
Nice job. I tell you what, Dylan trying to run away like he's trying to go back to the return aisle of Walmart. Out front, pulling away. Alex behind him. He must have an expensive item in that cart because he's trying to get his money back and go to victory lane. Dylan leading right now.
And that's not all. Dylan just turned the fastest lap of the race. He just about busted the 19-second bracket at a 20:05.
Justin Colson, Nick back here. Here comes Moore. Here comes Davis. It is a side-by-side party around 10th. Right now, you're on board as they thunder into 3 and 4. Side-by-side on the edge. These Hoosier tires are screaming like no tomorrow as they head down into 1. Right now, Richie continuing to lead. One car out of shape back here, Matt. They are all over one another. Man alive. These guys are getting her done sideways and everything else right now. Trying to hang on for all it's worth. And we got one around. Oh, there you have it.
Yeah, big time problems near the back of the field. In fact, it's a parts corner. I believe Ian Davis, 69, may have been involved. Ryan Ellis as well. Pretty good damage on that Skull Bandit race car as well, Matt.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a clearance sale on all 5 of race car parts here. As you see, headed into turn 1 and around we go. You spin me right round. And the 32 will lock the brakes down and get it stopped.
Yeah, I actually call that getting flowed.
Yeah, yes. Flow like progressive.
Well, yeah, well, flow rider, right round.
Well, also progressive.
Oh, well, that's true. I have a great idea. You can dress up as Flo for the next broadcast.
Deal. I will tell you what, guys.
Did you say deal? Did you say deal?
Here we go. Chat. I know we got guys watching here. If I get 5 likes on this stream, I swear to you, I would dress up like Flo from Progressive before the next race. Makeup and all.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still on the fence, he has done this before. I'm not going to say when and where. However, the outcome broke records on his channel, and that's all I'm going to say. It was the highest, most watched broadcast in extreme sim racing history the last time he took me up on an offer like this. You don't want to miss it, and I strongly encourage you to hit the like button. And unfortunately, I can't do that. As bad as I want to vote for this, I can't do it. So I'm relying on you guys at home, the viewers, to smash that like button so we get to see Flo calling the race up here in the broadcast booth next week.
I'll have to make a trip to the makeup store.
Oh my, he's going all out.
All right, here we go. Lights are off here yet again. Let's see what nope, they're not off yet. They're still flashity. As we're 34 laps into this thing.
That's right, 34 laps. These laps fly by quick, fast, in a hurry, especially when you're out there running sub 21 second lap times. 75 laps, the scheduled distance. But Matt, with as rowdy as these guys have been already, overtime's starting to seem like it could be in the realm of possibility.
Bro, I hope you brought a tent because I think we're going to be here all night.
Hey, why not? Bring on the vodka, bring on the race cars, and bring on overtime.
We got to be out of here by at least 1, though. You don't want to see me after 1. Dylan right there leading.
Taking notes. 12:55 vanish.
Vanish like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Here we go. Coming to green flag in the air. Dylan Richie going to lead the way. They'll head back to turn 1. Nice job, Richie, on the wild pedal. Hacker trying to fall in line. Not going to be able to get down there. He's going to have company alongside of Kyle.
It looked like a Talladega restart on the outside as Hacker was getting a big-time push from Murdoch in the 14 machine. In fact, they're side by side coming off of 4. Hacker almost gets shellacked up into the wall. They're going to touch once again. He's going to pull in behind that 14 machine. He's going to try the crossover as they still don't have it sorted. Bill and Richie love seeing this in the mirror because all of that side-by-side racing is allowing the Bandit to get away as he's already got 0.7 of a second on the field.
0.7 of a second, and he is checking out. But behind them, it's a parts parade as Hacker tries to save it. He's going to come up in traffic. Everybody splits him. How in the hell did they do that?
I don't know how Hacker had missed about 30 potential slappers, but he did it as the field split him like a field goal.
Oh, my God.
I am just dumbfounded how that is absolutely incredible. And we stay green.
And we're still rolling. And Matt just about turned over his chair. Here we go.
My cat went flying off of my chair when I stood up. Sorry about that. I can't get over that. That is just absolutely amazing. Perhaps if we get a break, we can go back to that.
And they're still wrecking.
They're still wrecking in the back. They look like the Blue Angels coming out of formation off of 4. Absolutely incredible. The 9's going to go drift mode all the way up to the top side of the racetrack. That's Forsaker. He is absolutely putting on a clinic. But here comes... Oh, my God, I'm having a brain fart. The 2, Hacker. What a rebound. This guy is driving it every which way but straight. I don't think he's lifting out there on the racetrack. These guys are running so hard, they're literally drifting the corners.
I don't think he's been straight for the last 10 minutes. Holy moly.
How is Hacker 9th in this race? Absolutely incredible. He had that car pointed straight towards the fence before I could get my cameras pointed back there. And by the time I got there, it was done and over with. It was like it never happened. As Hacker's back on the attack for another position, he's not happy with 9th. He wants 8th from Phil Ellis Jr.
He's driving the car like a freaking madman right now in the 2. Trying to get alongside. He'll bring it even down the back. He'll drive it in deep and hard into 3. Not clear. He's still got a car out there. Ellis Jr. sliding her around. Not enough, though. Going to fall back.
Hacker's going to take the position, but perhaps he's going to get a tap from the 29 of Ellis Jr., who gets a little squirrely bee going into the corner there. 3 wide just behind him. And in the middle of the sandwich, there's the 11 of Carter Brown getting shot out of the hot dog like a bud.
Jesus, man almighty. 2 and 3 wide, trying to hang on. We're 46 laps in. We got a car sideways again. He'll hang on to it.
This is unbelievable. I never see NASCAR meets drift mode out here in prime time. This is a first, but I worry about these tires. They cannot hold up, or can they hold up with the amount of laps we have left in this one? Oh, they're going to get into a whamma jamma. Someone just a 61 just parked it into the fence. He hit so hard the back of the car stood up in the air, and there's more contact. Oh, I think that was payback, Matt. The 61 is not happy with the 9. So that's going to be Forsaker and Davis. And that car is absolutely mangled. The right front isn't even spinning. And, the passenger side of the car is up in the air.
Man, they're going to have a talk after the race because they are not happy with one another. Cars destroyed back here in 1 and 2. And a little bit of a meeting of the minds and disagreement here at North Wilkesboro.
I mean, that 9 car is twisted like a sponge.
Man, he's like SpongeBob SquarePants all mixed up.
Look at that. He is literally articulating back and forth between the right and left front while he's turning out there on the racetrack. I mean, that car is absolutely smoked.
Man, oh man. Somebody smack my face and call my mama, because this one has been an absolute wild one here tonight. You can't have this much fun with your pants on, but we are here tonight.
Yep. We got our pants, shirt, and tie on. What are you wearing, Jake, from State Farm?
Man, if this keeps up, not much.
Oh, I love it when Matt gets fired up. It's always a great time. Adds some more fuel to the broadcast. And speaking of fuel, Matt, speaking of fuel, how about Dylan Ritchie? He has that Monte Carlo on an absolute rail out here tonight. I mean, he is doing things with this thing that I didn't think possible. And just watching how consistent his lap times are is incredible. I would have thought these tires would have been absolutely liquidated by now, especially with the racing we're seeing, you know, from that 7th to 12th place position. I mean, these guys were, throwing sliders on each other it seemed like every lap for 10, 15 laps. I mean, just punishment, absolutely thrilling racing. It's almost disheartening when the caution flag comes out because the racing is just that good. But that's the case right now. Under caution here, once again, North Wilkesboro, live here on Extreme Sim TV. I'm Matt, a.k.a. Pterodactyl Metler, and you got Matty J at the helm as always here tonight. As you folks are in for a thriller, and hopefully we got those 5 likes because Matt's going to do his best Flo impersonation from Progressive next week as he calls the race this upcoming next week.
Flo from Progressive State Farm.
Let's hear your Flo. Do you have a Flo voice? Let's hear your Flo voice.
I tell you what, we get another like, I'll give you the Flo voice. Here we go. 52 on the board. Let's go. Screaming like a madman at the top of our lungs up here. Richie will roll into 1.
Richie's got the goods. He's getting the business going here once again. He's going to slide it up in front of Murdoch, but he is within striking distance. Let's see if he lets him get away this time. Look at how aggressive he throws that 14 into the corner. Pardon me.
Throws it into the corner 2 by 2. Oh, shit. Around we go. Travis in trouble. Alex in trouble as well. Caution back out.
Yeah, Alex there in the 20. Jamie Akers or Ryan Ellis in the 33 there. We had a meeting of the minds once again. And, that's the thing with this racetrack, Matt. Once you get some calamity to kick off, this track isn't very wide. There's not a lot of places to hide. And sometimes, despite of your best efforts, you just get caught up in it, especially as it's really hard to see through the car in front of you, especially with the configuration of this car. Visibility is a real big key, or I shouldn't say key. Visibility is one of those things that these drivers have to deal with here tonight as well.
Yes, sir. And I just got an email from my old lady. She said, just checked out the show. Thank God I'm at work. You're screaming like a madman.
I'm going to get a message here. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. Dylan leads here. 20 laps to go. Man, we're down to the final 20 here tonight. I'm more hopped up than a spider on a web as we get ready to go back racing.
Yep. As Matt clearly just got his monthly shipment in from Columbia. It's a sugar cane party on Extreme Sim TV.
Yes, it is. 18 laps to go. No, it's not, FBI, if you're listening. No, it's not. It's not that type of party.
I said sugar cane.
Oh, Richie gonna bring us to green here.
However, Matt is known to eat the coffee cherries, just saying.
Oh, Jesus. Richie will lead, Kyle second, Josh in third. Right here is Nick, Brian Hacker, Scott Austin, Justin Colson, your top 7.
8th is going to be Carter Brown. 9th position right now is going to be Parker Waldron. And rounding out the top 10, the 09 of Christopher Betting. biggest mover of the race actually tied in that 6th and 7th place position. Scott Austin in 6th and Justin Colson in that 13 machine, both tied for 14 positions gained on the racetrack. Here goes the pace truck down pit road, and here we go. Green flag back in the air. Reach up there, pull those belts tight one more time. It's a full-fledged 2x2 affair back through the 1 and 2 complex, and we're drifting again. And here we go, round 2 of Dylan Ritchie versus Murdoch. They're going to almost high-five each other side by side. It's a John Force special coming out of 3 and 4. The low side's going to prevail at the start-finish line, Matt.
It's like Mortal Kombat at the front of the field, 2x2 banging doors. Out of turn number 2, Dylan, Ritchie, and Kyle down the back straightaway. And we got a caution for the love of God, no. Oh,
Sean
no.
Moore. It is all went wrong for Sean Moore. That good wrench Chevrolet.
Oh,
well, it doesn't look that bad.
Man, that was some good racing up front.
That was some... Matt, we need like 6 or 7 broadcasters to cover this racing. It's that good.
Man, we need a whole crew. We need a whole production truck, homie.
I mean, and I'm not trying to oversell this. I mean, the racing is just that good from, stem to stern throughout the whole course of this field. These guys are just absolutely lights out.
Man, I tell you what's going to suck for me, bro. I flew down here to North Wilkesboro on my little helicopter with a little bit of camera equipment. At the rate we're going, I'm going to need a Boeing to get down here next time.
You're going to need a 737.
It's Richie.
Well, just remember, when they tell you to get on the plane, say, no, I'm getting in the plane.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting on
unless
it.
you plan on paratrooping in, which, I don't want to, throw shade at your style, because you could probably do that.
Wait, you're telling me next week I could dress up as slow as Progressive and jump out of an airplane and paraglide my way in here?
Yes, you can. I would recommend wearing a pair of shorts as well.
This sounds like a wonderful idea.
Well, I'm going to make sure I got my VIP producer tickets purchased at the end of this event, because next week it is going to be worth everything I deal with over the course of the week to see this happen.
Kyle, here comes Richie as well. 2x2.
Not to cut you off, I did get that message from your wife, and I quote, Matt, did you have him drink the dark roast Dunkin' Donuts coffee again? ... question mark.
Oh no.
It wasn't me.
Oh no. 2x2 stacked up like Geronimo here. You're gonna come home and be like, you ready for bed? And I'm gonna be like, nope.
Watching the 26 and the 14 here with some epic restart mastery. Richie's getting a lot of practice here, and Murdoch's been taking notes. Says, the top side's gonna get the jump. The bottom lane didn't go.
Man, the top side went like butter, and they're going to get to the race lead. Look at that with 11 to go.
It's almost like Richie there just stumbled. The car didn't get up to speed. Going to have to check with race control to see if that restart is going to be contested. And now he is under siege from Brian Hacker. Where did he come from? I mean, just laps ago, it almost seemed like certain death, but now here he is, door banging for P2. Is now Murdoch's getting away.
Murdoch getting away? Where in the world somebody called security, because Hacker just hacked his way right through the field. We got him sliding around back in the back. And caution is out, and I'll be a monkey's uncle, Brian Hacker, the second.
There's a driver we talked up, or I spoke of at the top of the broadcast.
Man.
He's just so good in these clutch performances. And I almost feel like when you throw him against the wall, getting back to when that car was out of shape and somehow he parted the Red Seas and everyone missed him, it almost fuels him. He finds another gear, and he's showing that right now, Matt, as he has clawed his way or hacked his way, as you put it, all the way up to P2. And my next question, what is going on with Dylan Ritchie? Because that car just did not fire off with the strength that we have seen.
No, it didn't. But he's got a chance to recover right here, right now. It'll be less than 6 to go, buddy. He's going to have to ship it like Prime Day shipping to get that car up front. Man, this
could be one of those situations where, you don't lift until you see God or the checkered flag. And I know that's not possible. You're going to have to lift, but, emphasizing on just as, the sands of time have almost run out here, and it looks like one of the dominant cars may not celebrate in victory lane, as we've had just a huge shakeup here at the front of this thing. I mean, Hacker has put that car in that second place position, and I almost feel like he's now in the catbird seat. The only difference is Murdoch has had a lot of opportunities here to really refine his restart game.
Yes, sir.
Hacker hasn't been up. Hacker hasn't been up here at the front yet. So we're going to see who prevails here. And overtime keeps looming like a greater and greater possibility, as we're not going to have a lot of laps left here. In fact, we're now written 70 in the history books. Scheduled distance, Matt, 75.
We're 5 to go, and I don't know about you, but I'm not lifting till I reach the hot chick in the motorhome in turn 1 here when I get back going. My foot is not coming off that loud pedal for no reason, if, ands, or buts, as we get ready to go. Man alive. Kyle, Brian, 2 by 2, ready to go. 4 laps to go. Who's going to get there? We're back underway here. Hacker out front by a half a nose width. Hacker leads into 1-4 to go. Hacker out front. Look at this, Matt. He's got the lead. Can he hold on to it? Nice job. 4 to go. Trouble to 14. Hang on to it, buddy. He hangs on. Coming to 3 to go. Still wrecking behind him. Front straightaway. 1 car in the wall. Everybody scrambling everywhere. And it's going to be big into 1. Oh, Nelly. Holy cow. Are you kidding me, Ghost Rider? Everybody went everywhere but straight. And we're going to have ourselves a green, white, checkered finish here in North Wilkesboro. How about freaking that?
Hey, when you're going all the way, you're going all the way, and that means overtime. And hopefully these guys just don't have 1 or 2. I would love to see this race be finished under a natural green flag conditions, well, overtime conditions, I should say. But, Matt, if it hasn't been spicy enough, throw some Reaper pepper on the field now, because it is about to go God mode out there on the racetrack. I need to take a sip of water before we uncork these boys again.
Oh, boy. I think I've lost my rule of mind. I have officially lost it. My mind somewhere in broadcast land, because I have lost it.
I mean, I don't know how these tires are still even beaded to the rims out there.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
I have a lot of question marks for all the right reasons, and I mean that in a good way. How is Forsaker in that 9 car out there in 4th? That car was twisted, mangled mess. So I thought he had used his fast repair earlier. Clearly I was wrong, but what a recovery from the Exalta 9 ride out there. I mean, that is absolutely incredible after how bad that car was wadded up.
Think about it this way. Let's think about it this way. You ready for this? You ready? We come back right next week for Concord. Then we got Hickory. Then we got South Boston. We got Slinger. We got Oswego, Sobo, and 5 flags still left. And yours truly and Mr. Pterodactyl over here on the other end He's going to be with me all the way up to the bitter end of this one. We're going to have a fun season. If you thought tonight was nuts, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You better get yourself that progressive price gun too as well. That's like you got to have that for next week.
Oh, I'm getting a price gun.
You getting the price gun?
And you get a great race. And you get a great race. And you get a great race.
You get a great race. Exactly. That's like minds think alike.
Here we go.
Time before the storm.
Yes, sir. Lights off on the pace car. This time by Hacker and Dylan up front, ready to go. Let's let loose. Here we go.
Hacker's going to have the bottom here on the restart. Richie's going to be on the high side of the racetrack. Then you got Forsaker. And then you got the Budweiser DEI special there in fourth. This is about to get absolutely wild, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's wildin' out, baby. Green
Matt, take it,
flag.
buddy.
Oh my God, Hacker again, man. He is on the loud pedal one more time down into one. Mattler, he can't get to him. Hacker trying to get away.
Hacker's getting away after a absolutely Houdini-like restart. How was he able to slingshot like that? Oh, he's getting the business. Richie's putting the bumper to him. Hacker's holding on for dear life. They got to do it again.
It don't matter. He's to the bumper. Here we go. On the turn two. He'll get below him. It's going to be a Drownfish special. Headed for three. Oh.
That's right. It is going to be a special heading into turn 3 and 4 coming out for the final time. It's going to be Hacker shellacking the top of the field, and he is going to take the W after he robs Dylan Ritchie. And on the last lap, Hacker
Holy hell.
deployed a huge exploit and went a 20:01 fastest lap of the race on the last lap of the race. Are you kidding me, Brian Hacker?
I'll be. Holy cow. Wow.
I'm starting to think there's something to his last name being Hacker.
Holy shit.
Absolutely incredible.
Brian frickin' Hacker, you get a copy.
I got you.
I'll be damned. You were completely sideways on the back straightaway at one point. Guys were darting around you like ping pong balls, and somehow you're sitting here in victory lane.
Yeah, I was a little nerve-wracking getting back up there, but we got there, and the car was fast. I felt pretty good. It just made it, the 12-car invert didn't help, and then after that, got a little wild, so made it hard on ourselves, but here we are.
And I want to point out something. Matt, he literally just drove the race of his life sideways in the back of the pack, field running around him like Geronimo there, and the man's cool as a freaking cucumber.
Hey, that was my point, Brian. First of all, I want to tip my hat to you. That was probably one of the greatest drives through traffic I have seen in a long time. And the icing on the top, you ran the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, a 20:01. I don't know where you pulled that kind of pace from, but that was probably one of the greatest comebacks I have seen in my life. My jaw's still on the floor. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Dylan's fast, and when you see him in the mirror, it gives you a little extra encouragement to put down a lap. So glad we were able to pull that one out on the last lap. And I was waiting for the bumper in 3 and 4, and once we got out of 4 and didn't get it, I felt pretty good about getting back up here and getting the win.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations, Brian. Great work here tonight, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, we'll talk to P2. Dylan Ritchie coming home second. Dylan, man, P2 tonight, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Man, you put on one hell of a performance coming home
Yes, he
second. Yeah, got to the back bumper, but it wasn't enough.
No, we gave it everything we had, but we just used up our tires a little bit too quick earlier in the race. So happy where we finished, but we could have came stronger.
Well, man, I didn't even know.
Dylan.
Go ahead, Matt.
Sorry to cut you off there,
Yeah.
Matt. The other Matt up at the Bills, Dylan, you're inside my mind right now. I was going to ask you about the tires. I mean, you and some of the other guys out there were driving so hard. It looked like a drift competition out there. Just how bad were the tires at the end of this race? Were you holding on pretty much for dear life?
The short ones, they actually weren't too bad. After probably about 3-4 laps or so, they start to wear off a bit. And then I noticed that other restart, I just kind of was sleeping a little bit on that restart and couldn't get going on there. But they were there, but not as much as we wanted to be. I know I got up to Brian's bumper a few times, and I could have did him dirty, but I like to try to be respectful, and I didn't want to do that.
Yes, sir, man.
No, man, I certainly tip my hat to you there, Dylan. I just wanted to congratulate you on an awesome performance. You put on a heck of a show here tonight. Doesn't get any better than that, and I'll send it back to you, Matt, to finish up the interview. But great drive tonight, Dylan. That was awesome.
Great
Thanks,
job,
guys.
buddy. Congrats, man. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing third in chat for us here tonight, but holy cow, buddy. Was that an epic ride all night?
I'll tell you what, and I'm not just saying this, that was a masterpiece. You know, some of the drivers are probably upset, and I get that. With as much, I don't even know what the word is to use, what we saw on the racetrack tonight. Obviously, we saw some hard French warfare racing out there. But I mean, some of the near misses were absolutely insane. The saves at times, I can't even describe or even begin to fathom how some of these cars got straightened back out. And then how Brian Hacker was able to just carve his way through the field and just dominate on that final restart and steal the win from Richie. It just doesn't get any better than that, bud.
Well, it does not get better, folks. I don't know what to say. That was an amazing night. I've lost my mind. I'll keep an eye on the likes. Remember the bet, everybody. If you want me to looking like Flo from Aggressive next week, 5 likes on this show will make it happen. And I will go to the costume store and we'll figure this out. And I'll look like Flo for everybody next week. And I will have a webcam, you guys. So whether you want to see it or not, at your own risk, 5 likes. There it is. For Pterodactyl, for Matt, for the hot chick in the motorhome down in turn 1. We will see you guys next week.